A Central Texas girl found safe months after she was kidnapped from her own home.
Circumstances like this sometimes pull families closer together, and sometimes it tears them apart, and it did both to ours.
As her grandmother awaits her return, we take a closer look at the challenges in these investigations.
An 8-year-old girl on the missing persons list since last August has been found alive and well in Virginia.
Margo Murdock had not been seen since she was taken from her Horseshoe Bay home by her own mother. 28-year-old Sonia Murdock did not have legal custody of her daughter and was arrested in Charlottesville, Virginia yesterday for violating probation. KXAN's Chris Sadeghi spoke to the grandmother in the family who has been waiting for Margo's return.
It was her idea to do butterflies.
There's a room in Sandy Hayes' home that belongs to an 8-year-old.
That's Margo in her cheerleading outfit from Colt, and she was Dr. Seuss at Halloween.
The only thing missing is the child.
Sometimes it's difficult to walk into the room. She's not there.
Margo Murdock is Hayes' granddaughter, and she has joint custody. Her daughter, the girl's mother, Sonia Murdock, recently served jail time for a 2012 robbery.
I had no reason to believe that she would take her. My daughter had no job, no money, no car.
But on August 17th, Sonia and Margo disappeared, and with seemingly no means, Sandy thinks they got help catching rides across the country.
There were people that were supporting my daughter, posting, "Run, Sonia, run," and not knowing the dangers that my granddaughter was in.
Meanwhile, a grandmother and a lot of children had to wait.
And her friends at school, they were selling bracelets that said, "Bring Margo home." I'll have to admit, I was losing faith. I was.
But Thursday, with a different hair color, Sonia was finally found in Virginia and arrested for violating probation. Police say she was using fake names to stay hidden for 5 months with her daughter, who's now coming home. Her room will be the same. Sandy hopes her life is too.
Started getting back in the routine of things and having to deal with the loss of her mother now.
But the first step is easy.
I just want to hold her.
And not let go. In Horseshoe Bay, Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.
And we're told Margo's paternal grandmother also has custody and is on her way to Virginia, hoping to bring Margo home. Hayes is upset. Law enforcement did not take stronger measures, like issuing an Amber Alert when the 8-year-old first disappeared.
But there's some strict requirements for making that type of move. According to the Texas Department of Public Safety, the only time a law enforcement agency can use an alert against a parent of a child is if that parent attempts or commits murder in the process. The DPS also says the child must be in immediate danger of sexual assault, injury, or death. There must also be a preliminary investigation verifying the abduction, and there must be enough information to disseminate to the public to help locate the child or the suspect.
Over the last 3 years, we have examined how difficult it is for law enforcement to step in when a parent takes a child. In the summer of 2012, Stephen James' ex-wife kidnapped his sons and took them to Mexico. But it took 9 months for law enforcement to step in. James was forced to reach out to a private investigator and even came to KXAN for help. In 2013, I was in Laredo with Stephen James when authorities finally found his sons.
So I have some news for you.
Okay.
Your boys are on U.S. soil right now.
You're trying to break me down. Where are my sons at?
They're going to be here pretty soon to see you.
And James reunited with his sons that very day, and they have been in his custody ever since. But for many parents, their children are still out there. Last year in Texas alone, the Department of Public Safety had 33 open cases of children who had been kidnapped by a family member.